Keep It 100 podcast. I'm Tarail McBee, the host for today. I have a special guest coming. He has a song named I Can't Breathe. I has an EP called 1965. And yeah, I'm excited to talk to him today. That should be pretty dope. While I wait for him to join, I shall explain what we have coming on Saturday. Saturday, we actually have a live concert from BZRMG on Instagram Live that he's going to be doing with us. He has a new album coming soon. I don't know dates yet. I'm assuming it's like the end of the month. Nomad, who we had a podcast with too, he has an album coming July 7th. He's an activist and a hip hop artist as well. That should be pretty dope. I believe that Ken has a new album coming as well. Baby J from Louisiana has the Book of Jeremiah Volume 2 coming. So that should be pretty dope. That's what we have coming this week for sure. Well, BZRMG is on Saturday. We have that coming as well. Then we have another artist on Saturday from New York City, female artist, model, and dancer. So that will be noon Pacific time, and I'm guessing 3 p.m. Eastern time. I'm still trying to get these times down. I believe it's like a 3-hour time difference though. So that should be dope. Yesterday we had a comedian on our podcast from Las Vegas, Nevada. Goes by the name of Melvin Washington Jr. So if you didn't get a chance to see that, that's on our Instagram page under the IGTV section, which is like the middle section of the page. When you go to someone's profile, just click on an icon that looks like a TV, and you're able to see like the full length interviews and videos. So make sure you check that out. Instagram is keep.it100 podcast. Facebook is keep it 100 podcast show. Like this hat I have on, just like that. That's what that is. But I am currently waiting on the man of the hour, actually. Apparently he has a surprise today, so I'm not really going to reveal what it is. But yeah, I like his energy. Seems like a dope dude, and I've been following him for a while. Well, since we started this podcast like 3 months ago, so I've literally been following him since day one that we started the podcast. I've been like following his music, and he's pretty dope. And I like his energy as an artist, his delivery, and his message. It's like straight to the point. So we shall wait for him to pop in here so I can hear his amazing story about his music, how he got into music, new projects, favorite projects. Yeah, basically it's what he's trying to do with his rap career, how he got in the music industry, favorite artists, stuff like that. But I don't see him yet. Hold on. I'm looking at my computer, so if I'm looking this way, it's because I'm typing a message. But yeah, I'm excited to talk to him today for sure. Like I want to see actually what kind of artist he is. I think I know, but I would like to hear from the individual themselves on what his style actually out there is. What's good, sir?
Good. How you doing?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Can't complain. Won't complain with my brother. That's all right.
For sure. What's good, dude?
How you?
I'm good. I was actually going on a little rant, so I'm kind of glad that you just joined real quick.
No
But
bull.
can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
For sure. Sounds good. I didn't introduce you when I was talking. I like to let the guests do that. Like, so do you mind like introducing yourself and speaking a little bit about what you're doing?
Well, shoot. I'm Nike Ness. A lot of people they be like Nike Ness. You can say whatever you want to. Right now I'm in the studio as we speak, sitting here just adding into some shit, and I'm with my twin. So he rap too.
For
After
real?
that,
For
yeah,
sure.
yeah, from Maryland. I mean, whatever you want to know.
All right. Sounds good. And again, I thank you for coming on and
No
chopping
problem.
it up with me. I appreciate it.
No problem.
And I actually been following you for a minute, so
Okay.
um I like your style as an artist, like your delivery
Appreciate it.
and your message you're getting out, like it's pretty dope.
Appreciate it.
That 1965, like I've been listening to it nonstop, so I'm like, that's dope.
That's. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's just dope.
Yeah. I put my I mean, a lot with that is like obviously we know what's going on, so you can kind of from any lens, any creed, any color, you know. I mean, you really know. Like that's how I feel. I feel like you got to know something's not right. So as much as the media kind of amplifies a lot of things, like the bottom line is like, as a black man in America, there's a certain way you got to move, you know, versus the latter. You know what I mean? When 1965 was the year the Voting Rights Act was passed, and that's like a lot of what our situation is right now. A lot of people they want that change, but you got to start from like locally. You know what I mean? So local change starts from voting for the mayors, the governors, the people that's closest in your neighborhood. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So you do your research. Kind of be active, but also be informed. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where 1965 came from. Of course, everything with George Floyd, everything with Breonna Taylor. I named a couple people. I have 2 songs on there, so I talk about it a lot.
All right, for sure. And was that like the full inspiration behind that song?
Yeah, just from an empowerment standpoint, like um, this is like kind of like our voice. Like a lot of people, they grow up when a lot of black people grow up. Their dreams extend from playing a sport or you know what I mean, doing music, and that's where our voice comes in. Um, a lot of people don't grow up hearing you could be a doctor. A lot of people don't grow up being hearing you could be, the president of the United States. So I just use my platform um, to try to talk about what we kind of go through. Give my vision and give my thought process. You know what I mean?
For
So
sure.
yeah,
Appreciate that. And do you have more projects coming like that?
hell yeah, I got. Now I mean, okay, so look, coming from an activist standpoint, I say what I have to say. I'm sure, like before this even happened, I had a song called Gold Roses. It was a freestyle over the gold. It was a Gold Rose freestyle. So, but I talked about it a little bit, but I'm kind of big on it. As a whole, I'm not like a lot of people are pro black, pro white, whatever, but I'm pro people. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if the whole world if we was see through, we wouldn't talk about half the six things that we talk about. You know what I mean? Like it'd be another thing that we talk about. So yeah, it's a big thing. It's not my main music. You know what I mean? I actually do my project coming out is Vici. So in Latin, that means I conquered. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's what I aim to do is conquer this shit. You know what I mean? Like that's what I really want to do.
for sure.
Yeah.
That's dope. And first question I have actually official one.
Okay.
Um, how did you like get into like music? Like, was that like at a young age, or is that like something you like discovered like later on?
Okay. Okay. So I got a couple stories, right? So when we was in kindergarten, the first place we ever like performed was on stage, and we did "Who Let the Dogs Out." Me and this guy right here. All right. So like we didn't say pretty much a word. We just up there. We forgot the words. We started dancing and everything. I did the worm on stage. That's kind of where we started dabbling with it. But I always was quiet. He was loud spoken, so he was always talking shit. I was the person in the background.
No cap.
I was always the person in the background, like, observing, right? So, but he knew I could rap. Like, ever since we was kids, he knew I could rap. So then what ended up happening is, like, one day I came to schools, my freshman year of high school, came to school, and he's like, yo, you got somebody, I got a battle, you got to battle him. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I got you in the battle. I was like, nah, bro, like, you can't do that. Win the battle, crush the battle. Then I came out, everybody used to hoop at lunch. Nobody was out there. I was wondering where everybody was at. And then one of my friends came and was like, yo, your brother's looking for you. He in trouble, this and that, third. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go running. I was quiet, but I was like, we weren't that quiet, you know what I mean? So went into the whole cafeteria, the whole school. When I tell you, like, the whole school was like in there waiting to hear me rap. And I'm like, it never happened in my life. Like, it's like 4 other people that hearing us rap. So that's how I kind of got into it, when I realized that, like, I was kind of good at it, you know what I mean? And ever since then, I've been dabbling with it. The past couple years, so we've really been going hard. So we opened our own studio, you know what I mean? Making noise around the area. That's kind of what we're doing right now. So
For sure.
let me know if I'm talking too much too.
Nah, you good. This is all about you. Like, we good. Do you guys by any chance have like a joint album, or you guys are like trying to come out with one?
We work on a little something called Gemini, for obvious reasons. We twins. So we got a little thing called Gemini in the works. But we've been, if anything, hopping on features and basically growing our style within the last couple of years, individually and together. So it's been fun. I'm excited about Gemini.
For sure. I'll make sure I look forward to that one as well. And far as like your style, like, is there anyone like you compare yourself to, or are you just saying like, I'm my own artist?
I say I'm my own artist. A lot of people, they try to like link me. I hear J. Cole a lot. So I hear Cole a lot. I hear Drake with some of my, emotional songs, I guess. But I say I'm my own artist. You know what I mean? Like, I do my own shit. Like, it's from my own thought process. Like, on any song with anybody, I don't care who it is, even if it's Drake or it's J. Cole, like, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it more than they will. You know what I'm saying? That's my mentality. Like, that's how I'm gonna go. So,
all right.
Yeah, me.
What about inspiration far as artists? Like, do you have any artists that inspired you?
Yeah. So, when I first started rapping, like, I used to just freestyle. So, like, I used to just come off the head. But when I first, like, really wrote down what I wanted to do, wrote down my thought process, everything, I remember I listened to Too Deep for the Intro by J. Cole. All right, so, like, J. Cole, like, old, young, new, all J. Cole, he was a big inspiration, like, the way he painted a picture. So I told myself, like, I can freestyle for days, I can give you bars, but I want to be able to paint my picture, like, see, so that he really inspired me. Old Drake really inspired me. I mean, to this day, like, those artists is, like, kind of what I routed from. I love Jay-Z a lot. I pick a lot of people's brains, so I like a lot of artists. I can go down a list. Like, Lil Baby starting to grow on me a little bit too, because his sound's different. I didn't like it at first, but all of a sudden, like, I started hearing what he was saying instead of hearing how he said it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he's growing on me too. So I can go down a list.
For sure. That was actually going to tie into my next question. Top 5. Like, do you have a top 5?
Top 5? Sheesh.
Do you and your brother have a top 5 there?
Yeah. So okay, look, listen, like, Nike Ness. No, I'm joking. Nah. So without me being there, I'm a big Biggie fan. So, like, from a kid, I love Biggie. So I could put him in the top. Jay-Z. This is no order. J. Cole, Drake, and then if I had to do a swinger, let's see, top 5. That's tough. Can I put myself in the top?
And go ahead. There you go. And is your brother's top 5 different? Or is it the same?
Oh hell yeah, we twins, but we got different.
All right, so my top 5, no order. All right,
No order. Yeah.
no order. The only top 5 member that we have is the same. It's probably Biggie. I'm definitely gonna put Eminem up there. In my top 5, I'm gonna put Kendrick, Big Sean, and
Kendrick.
yeah, Kendrick solid, bro. And Nas.
For sure. That was he's the first. You're the first individual to have Big Sean in his top 5 though. So that's dope. That's different.
I think Big Sean is very underrated, bro.
He is.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I appreciate both of you guys putting in your top 5 out there. That was pretty dope as well. All right. Let me ask you another question. Far as projects, do you have a best project that you've ever done or you two have ever been a part of?
My next one. I'm gonna always say my next one. My next one will be, but if let's put it this way, if the best project so far that I've been a part of, set aside from 1965, I would say we got one as a label. It's somewhere in Maryland. So it's dopamine, like we dopamine music entertainment. That's what we do. You know, we got a whole team, but you know, a person that really kind of helped us develop everything.
Shout out to Brett.
Yeah, by
For
Brett.
sure. Shout out.
But somewhere in Maryland, that's really what we got our feet wet. That's really what we learned when we was working with, you know what I mean? A whole DME thing. And we got, you know, actually we was talking about doing another somewhere in Maryland, but that's a lot. That's like where I had my Duppy freestyle. That's where we had like a Temporary is one, like Temporary. They used to tease me about Temporary because I'm on there singing, but here we go, Temporary and like a bunch of other stuff. You know, he got freestyles on there. Like we got a whole bunch of just a mix of everything. It's a compilation tape. So, and the cover is dope because that was Brick's girl actually did the cover. She drew her by hand. So
Whoa.
yeah,
Nice.
so a whole creative process.
For sure.
Yeah.
And you mentioned about like the studio you guys have now. Like, how would someone go about like getting like a studio if you're an artist? Is that like similar to like getting like your own business? Like, how does that work?
That is.
It is.
Honestly, like we got blessed. You know, I mean, we're in a good position. Like people around us, like the community around us, kind of saw what we were doing. They saw it was kind of a positive thing. So, but yeah, it definitely is. Like we had somebody come in here, knock the whole shit down, put the whole space up, and then we just set up everything. Like, but it is about like going like a business. And I think it was more me and him kind of didn't expect how much of a business it was. I think more Brick kind of understood like the structure of everything, and then we really, once we really caught on, like in the area right now, let's put it this way. So in our area right now, we became one of the top Black-owned businesses that's in our area. You know what I'm saying? So like that's big to say. And like to think even before quarantine, before coronavirus, before all that, like 4 years ago when we really started grinding hard on it, and like to be where we are right now, like I say, it's humbling, right? So I say, in my opinion, we one of the probably the best studio around. You know what I mean?
Definitely got the best sound. You want to get your sound right, come to Dopamine Studios.
Definitely.
No cap.
Definitely. You know what I'm saying? But that is like going with a business. We treat it like going to business. Like, you know, some people, they'll sit there and be like, you know, you got your man who come, I got a studio. Oh, yeah, that's what's up. And then you go into their room and they got cushions and everything. Like, we try to go 3 steps above that, you know?
For sure. From the looks of it, it looks pretty dope though. From what I can see.
I could give you a tour if you like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with it. Like,
all right, give me a sec. So, I mean, it's a little, you know, we got to clean it up a little bit, but so far you see, you walk over here, got the logo here.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, we vacuumed and everything. Got Dre on the door. Got our blue mic. Kind of look out here. The whole setup. We got the Dopamine painted. Bob Marley in the back. You know. And that's like it for right now. There's like construction and stuff going on outside, but because we kind of still building up and everything. But you can see obviously like the Avalon, you can see, the Scarlet, we got compressors, flip switches, big knobs, like
Everything.
Nipsey, you know what I mean? My man Nipsey over here. We got a little bit of everything. You can draw on the wall. We got artists coming in here writing their names and everything. So we try to make it as about the community as possible, along with being, obviously a business. But, the big thing is like, you know, getting on, doing what you want to do. A lot of people, they go to school for a job. I went to school to be the job. You know what I mean? Like, we went to school to be the job. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Yeah, I ain't finished school.
An entrepreneur lifestyle, though, for sure.
Yeah, that's how I gotta be.
For sure. Yeah, I don't do the 9 to 5 thing either, so I'm
Hey.
with y'all. I'm with you guys on that.
Definitely.
For sure. Far as the pandemic, like, were you guys affected by that? Like,
Man,
I know some people were, but
Right.
I'm not sure if you guys were, since you guys like have the studio and everything.
a lot of you not. We were affected, but in a good way.
In a great way.
In a great way. It actually, it was a positive change for everybody. I feel like in our team, to be honest, we just got stronger.
Yeah. So it's a whole web, by the way. So we got him, who he's a strong addition. Like if we could relate him, I say he like the new Dave East, except
Oh,
what I'm
yeah?
saying? Yeah,
I'm
except
a fan, for sure.
he sing his ass off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got
Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Like him as a choir him, not like me.
We got you know what I'm saying? We got Casino, obviously Casino 7, tough as hell. You know what I mean? Like I can't relate him to nobody. He got an original sound. I tell him that every time. He got an original ass sound. You know what I mean? We got Nishi who make beats. We got Eric on the 1 and 2s. My brother do 1s and 2s. Obviously, Brick does 1 and 2s. He's a Brick a goddamn machine, yo. He can shoot videos. He do everything. So, as a whole, man, like it's a dopamine music thing. Like 3 or 4 years ago, we didn't have a team this strong, and now here we are in the present day. Just the power of like, law of attraction. You talk about it, manifestation, right? I was trying to find a word. You know what I mean? But we got a lot. We got a lot going on. We're building. So coronavirus, to answer your question, for real, just brought a lot of things to light. It made me realize, made him realize, you know what I mean? Like for real, fuck a 9 to 5. You know what I mean?
Facts, for sure. So it sounds, is that when your team like came together though? Like when that hit? I think we froze for a second. Okay, I'm back. Is that
Yep, we back.
for sure. When the coronavirus hit, like, is that when like your team like came together like fully, or was it like a little before that?
I would say a little bit before that. So let's say January is when like we all really sat down together and we were like, listen, I got a feeling about this year. This is gonna be a different year. I mean, we've always been. Oh, I forgot Bounce, man. Bounce too, man. You know what I mean? Bounce is he cut hair, he make beats. But
shout out to Bounce.
Yeah,
Shout
right.
out Balance, bro.
Yeah. But nah. So to answer your question, yeah, we made a push. Let's put it that way. Obviously the Trump money be helping, but a lot of things like we really put our money where our mouth is. Like we was like, you know what, we're gonna do this. We're gonna buy this. We're gonna make our studio completely different. Like, man, a lot of it is when this is like the coronavirus. Coronavirus was good for us.
Us as well, because I own an IT company, but I didn't envision I will be doing this. Like, this is interesting.
So,
but
you'll never lose a job, man. IT is, you know what I mean?
For sure. Next question I have, did you have anything planned prior to like the pandemic happening, and then you kind of just had to like reschedule it?
Yeah, so 2 things. The more important thing, we had a show. We were throwing our own show closer to the city, so a little closer to DC. And that was going to happen. Obviously, everything got shut down, but it was going to be a big-ass show. It was going to be the One Mic Showcase. A showcase is not a showcase. It was going to be a banger. You know what I mean? And it's still going to happen, obviously, but a lot of things kind of got pushed back. But dopamine, we all as a group wanted to push that and make that our own, which we was planning on doing, and it's still gonna happen. The next thing is I had a music video, man. That thing went down, 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 but in a good way though. It kind of helped out. I would say it worked out because it gave me a little bit more time to kind of think over things. And I think since before coronavirus, or before the pandemic, it gave me a chance to become, I think, a better artist. Kind of sit with my thoughts, project my thoughts a little bit better. Obviously, the tragedy that wasn't planned. You know what I mean? Like 1965 wasn't planned. It was just something. You know, I got a call from one of my DJ friends, and he was like, "Listen, like I think somebody should talk about it. I think you should. And people gonna listen to you." And I was like, "You know, you're right." So I said my two piece. But besides that, those are things I plan. I mean, obviously like trips and stuff, but
Yeah,
little things. But yeah,
for sure.
New York. That's what we were supposed to do. We were supposed to go to New York too. That was one thing. We were supposed to go to the big city, the Big Apple. We was gonna shoot like a big ass video out there too, but that ain't work out.
That's coming up though. Like,
Yeah.
so I don't think this is gonna last as long as they say it is, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I see people traveling and people at the beach with masks on, so can't do that, right?
Right.
But yeah. Far as let me jump to another question. Have you two ever like freestyled against each other, like the early stages?
He over here listening to music, but yeah, early stages, early stages. Like we used to do it from like I would say like third grade type. Like we used to just play around. That's really why he got me in that battle situation, because it got to the point where I was dogging him too much.
Man, not the cat, bro.
Nah, we would go back and forth, and he's like you good, man. I was like, thank you, because I mean he left-handed basketball. He used to be crushing people that want to play hooping. I used to just try to crush people at hooping, but he used to really like ball out. But my thing was rapping and writing. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like 5th grade, I used to write poetry and try to put myself in the paper, but I was a shy ass dude. So
They did put his stuff in the paper.
you know what I mean? But like, you know, so that's how that happened. But yeah, we sometimes. You know what I mean, not so much now though. Now we do it over songs. So like he'll drop something and then I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna drop something better, and then go like that.
All right. Funny you say that. Is there a point, like, say if an artist drops a verse first and then someone else drops like a better one, has there ever been a point to where you had to go back to the drawing board and be like, yo, don't put that on, I want to put something different?
Nah, okay, so like I want to say no. I think what I might do is like, if I'm competitive as hell, so if somebody drops something and they like said it better, I'll keep my bars, but I'll like put my leg, my whole leg, foot, thigh into the next attempt and be trying to spit it. So yeah, like we can do it like that. But I really like one, you let people shine. So if they do that, like of course if it's a good song, if it's a banger already, you know, let them have it. But then the next song, I'm like, okay, we're gonna do another song, and then after that, it's gonna be like, all right, we're gonna do it better.
For sure.
What up, Dari?
And what is the process like of, like, say if you drop a new song, like say if you write it out and everything, is there someone you send it to tell you like, yo, this is good, this can be better? Like, is there like some type of approval process?
All right, so he obviously I could send it to my brother. I could send, but there's one person that like my girl too. My girl she is critical as hell. Like she'll sit there and be like, I don't like this, or you can always send it to a female and they'll tell you like this is some shit or this is good or not. But besides that, I got my friend, one of my best friends. He live in Chicago, and shout out to CJ, but he lit me up the last time. Him and my man Maine, they lit me up cause I thought I was putting out, like I had just dropped Clock. And they were like, okay, listen, like, honestly, for real, man, like, you dope. You really talented. I love what you do. But I don't know if, you know, you got it right now, like, pretty much. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, like, I'm sitting there, my head was big as hell. I thought I had just dropped a banger. So it really took me, like, a month to really go back and be like, all right, I got to come with something harder. So then that's when I started going crazy. Like I really starting to put my pen to the test, because you know it's easy. Like I like people around me. Like Brick will be the first one of the first people be like, no, I think you gotta say this again, or I don't really like how you said that. But to have yes people in your group or yes people around you, I hate it. I hate a yes man. So I'd rather you tell me that's some dookie. You know, I'm sorry if I've been cursing all day, but
Uncensored. Go ahead.
oh,
It's
that's
all
some
good.
shit. You feel me? So like, um, but I'd rather you tell me it's bad, because if you make me, you can't make me look bad, but if I look bad, then, and I had 3 or 4 people like I sent the song to, and they ain't say nothing, then it make you question who really around you. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, like everyone I talk to says that. They're like, yeah, we don't like yes men. Like, we
Hate
good on that.
hate it, hate it.
For sure. Do you have a favorite producer or future producer you would want to work with on a project? That goes
Shit.
for either of you.
Oh yeah. You wait. You produce?
No, I'm asking, like, do either of you have like a
Oh,
favorite producer that you
I
may work with?
so like if we talk about the industry, one of my favorite producers like of all time is Jalo Beats. I love Jalo Beats. Um,
Timberland for me.
yeah, he like Timberland, but I love Jalo Beats. But if we talking about from like around, I think we kind of got the best producers, and then this is me. Like everything in house. Like there's also one producer that I'm not forgetting to mention, but I didn't mention yet. Besides Nishi, besides him, um, it's my man Seth Michael. So he a local dude too, very underrated. Yeah, very very underrated. But he the person that made my clock beat. I got another song coming out too. It's called Knucklehead, that nobody heard. Like nobody heard. It's in one of our advertisement videos, but he really he do his thing. You know what I mean? So I can say, but out of house, Sir Seth Michael, but in house, I think we got the best ones.
For sure. All star. You got an all-star team over there.
Pretty much.
For sure. What about artists? Like, is there some artists you want to work with?
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Um, hell yeah. So, all right, let's say I would love to work with. If we going bar for bar, I love King Los. I really like King Los. If we going for just like the song, this is a whole swinger. I like Sway Lee. Sway Lee got a different style. I wish I could work with Nipsey. Man, damn,
That would have been dope.
I'm bugging. Nipsey Hussle is my number one if we put in top 5. All right.
Oh, you want to redo it?
I want to redo it.
Let's redo it right now.
Nipsey
Redo it
fucking.
right now.
Okay, so we got. I'm gonna go straight new, because obviously Biggie and Pac, whatever you can say about
Yeah.
that. We go Nipsey, Drake, J. Cole, Jay-Z, and then me, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave it consistent right there. All right.
If I had to choose a couple artists I want to work with right now, I'm loving her. I would love to work with her.
Yeah, she good.
I would love to work with JID. And another person who I think is slept on that same team is Boss. Shout out to Boss, man. I would love to work with Boss if it was any way I could do that. But yeah, those are my top 3 right now.
For sure. And is your top 5 still the same?
Is your top 5 still the same?
What? Yeah.
Okay. Hey, he changed it, so I just wanted to make sure yours still the same. So
Still
Yeah.
a solid man.
I'm
bro.
mad I forgot Nips. I'm big on Nip.
yeah. Do you have a favorite Nipsey song?
Hell yeah. Shoot, I got 3. I like Sucker Proof. Double Up is one, and then I like Stuck in the Grind. Stuck in the Grind is a big one. I love Stuck in the Grind. I just like the whole production of it. And on top of that, like the production, the flow. I'm a big Stuck on the Grind fan too.
For sure. Shout out to Nipsey, bro.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Man. Now, so next question I have, it's actually another Nipsey question, actually.
Okay.
I personally thought he was underrated by some people. Like, do you think the same way?
Yeah. I think, like, I forget, dude was irrelevant, but he said he wasn't a legend. You gotta think, man. Like a lot of people, there's not too many people that's selling their mixtape for $100, and people like Jay-Z buys 100 copies of it. Something like I might have got the number confused, but you gotta have put in some kind of work. Like his whole platform. I'm sorry, I'm shaking this shit.
Yeah,
His whole platform was about growth. That's all he talked about. Obviously, his background, he was banging, but it was bigger than that. That was a means to an end. But he was an entrepreneur. I think a lot of people that and coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? Like that time to like lose somebody like that last year and then come back. We lost Kobe, but those two people preach hard work. Those two people preach build your own. Like a lot of people don't know that Kobe was going to try to make a league in China. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like, so when you get somebody like Nipsey was definitely underrated, man. Like he had the whole West Coast bumping before Victory Lap, before all that. Like he had plenty, like Ocean Views. He had plenty of other tracks that I can go on the list. Like
for sure. Yeah, one of my favorites for sure. Yeah, when I first heard about it, I was like, "Wait, y'all lying? He didn't just die? Like what?"
Yeah. I forget. I think my girl actually sent me a link, and I think I was at work when I heard it. I had to step into the bathroom, and I was like, "Nah, no way." And then like I just walked out, and everybody's face was like, I was like, "Yo, did you?" And like, "You heard about Nipsey?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like that's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. But shout out to him, man. Like, it's one of my favorites. But moving on, I could get stuck in this all day. So
nah, you right.
Yeah, for sure. The music video. I'm not sure if it was a music video I saw, but like on your Instagram, the 1965 was that like a music video or like a preview of a music video?
Preview.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually we're in the works of shooting a couple visuals for 1965. I kind of want to do it within the time frame, but yeah, it's definitely a preview to like stuff we had to come.
All right, and yeah, I'll wait for that. So I was watching it, and I was like, "That's dope." Like, I actually want to watch like the full version though, but
yeah, right.
I'll be a fan and patiently wait. So,
man,
I appreciate that.
This dude right here is the man with the plan. I promise you, he got it in the works, bro.
for sure. Next question I have, far as like your music career as a whole, like where are you trying to take it eventually, like long term, like you guys as a whole, like as a company, as a label?
I mean, shit, to the moon if we can. You know what I mean? I think when we first started out with everything, we didn't like we talked about it, but now everything's set in motion. It's really become, I think, it's bigger than a local thing. You know what I mean? Like, so that being said, I want it to be huge, man. I want to be the East Coast. Like you saw Tyler Perry just open pretty much Black Hollywood. I want some shit like that. You know what I mean? I want some stuff like we talk about legacy. So I want my kids to be able to eat, their kids to be able to eat, and to do it with the people that believed. You know what I'm saying? Because we had a lot of people that, wishy-washy niggas. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, but we got a strong team that believes. So I wanted to up to the moon if we can, past the moon if we can, Mars, whatever.
For sure. You actually almost just mentioned my second question when you said legacy. So, what kind of legacy are you trying to like leave like behind?
I joke. That's not a joke. When I started this, I was like, I want to be the GOAT. You know what I mean? Obviously that's going to be a whole thing. That's a lot of people's. That's barbershop talk. That's people that they got their opinions about it. But what I really want to do, man, I just want to get to the point where we can eat. You know what I mean? I just, like I said, it's a big legacy. I just want to be able to get to the point where if I can sit here and sustain a long, if I can get my money from it and not have to worry about how bills is gonna get paid, not worry about how my mom's gonna get help, not worry about, you know what I mean? Like, I think I'll be successful, but as far as legacy go, I want to be one of the best to come out the DMV. I want to be one of the best. You know what I mean? That's how I work for.
For sure. Great goals right there, though.
Yeah.
Nah. Um, let's next question I have for you. This is not related to like music or business or anything.
Right.
Um, what's some personal hobbies that you have like outside of music, outside of work, of course? Like, what do you like to do outside of like recording and?
Okay. Shit, I love 2K. I love playing. It's like it's a guilty pleasure, but it's one of my vices. I like that. I kind of dabble with drawing. I could kind of draw. I think I'm more so like I'm a more artistic type of person. Like I can't sit there and do a puzzle, but you ask me to try to sit there and draw something, I can pretty much draw. I like a lot. I hoop. I mean, basketball been a big part of my life. Although a lot of things could have went better in that situation, it taught me pretty much that like you got to work 10 times over. You know what I'm saying? To be 10 times better. So like that instilled a lot of. I got cut in 8th grade, right? And ever since then, I never looked back. This man made the team. I got my ass cut. So after I got cut, ever since then, I was just grinding, working harder than everybody else. If any coach you sit there and talk to, he's like, this kid was the hardest worker. So I think that's what applies in my life. You know what I mean? But love hooping, love 2K. I'm not good at shooting games. I'm trash at shooting games, but I try shooting games. Those are my hobbies. I mean, I love playing with my puppy. That's it, you know.
Apparently, you're a problem in 2K. So
I try. Depending on how much Remy I got in my system.
are you one of those 2K players?
Yeah. I talk big on a court or on a controller. I talk big shit.
For sure. That makes the game more fun, though.
Yeah, it do.
Yeah, especially if you're on the winning side of that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but okay. And far as I wanted to ask you this too. Like, do you guys for your label? Do you guys have merchandise like coming eventually?
Yeah. Damn. We got. We made these that we got on, but we got our dopamine shirts coming. And also we got like a whole different like a summer line. Then we have a winter line coming out too.
You know, if y'all cold in the wintertime, we got hats for you.
Hats.
You know, so
Yeah.
working on jackets getting made.
If we get like socks, we're gonna get socks too. So do a little bit of everything.
Switch out.
For sure.
Yeah.
And was that far as
Whatever.
merchandise? Was that difficult?
Yeah. Man, if I could count how much money, like how much bread we put into behind everything, and for real, like as much bread that we put into, the next man helped out. You know what I'm saying? Like our team as a whole. So we can count up like that. But yeah, it was difficult. But it wasn't that difficult. You know what I mean? It took a lot of sacrifices. Like some people take plane tickets to go to LA or whatever. We took those plane tickets and put it toward our business so that when we do go to LA, we can go out there for a month. You know what I mean? Or whatever. You know what I mean? But you know, we sacrifice a lot. You know.
For sure.
Yeah.
And far as I guess like working on your craft, like how does an artist like work on their craft? Like is it just like writing like songs, or are you networking with other artists? Like how do you do that?
Getting comfortable in the booth is the first step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could break it down. Like a lot of people go on social media just to go on social media. Social media is a job. Like social media is really a job. So like I think besides staying up to like 3, 4 in the morning, waking up at like 7 in the morning to go to the studio type shit, like you gotta be on social media. So like I think me sitting there networking that way,
My producer calling right
putting out good content and being strategic with what you put out. I realize that it's more than music itself. So besides the music aspect, it's like how you want to market yourself, how you want to brand yourself. Like with me and my brother, it's like, okay, we could do the twin thing, but at the same time, as an individual, what are we? So me and him, we always talk about it. Like he always sit there and be like, I don't know, what shows you like?
Mm-hmm.
What shows you like?
Nah.
Say what shows do you like?
Up in the car.
Cut, keep it down.
Oh, he back.
Pick your. What I mean by that is like pick your favorite show. So like, I can sit there and go by cartoons. If we talking about like, I like fucking Naruto, right? So like,
Mm-hmm.
he's Sasuke, I'm Naruto. He light or I'm light, he dark. We have two halves of a whole, so like that comes together. Like we opposites. I'm right-handed, he left-handed. You know what I mean? Shit like that, like little stuff like that.
It'll probably
You are
be
all over the speakers, bro.
Oh,
Get out here, man. But yeah. So I think that hopefully I answered your question.
Yeah, it did. There's some insight into that from
Right.
your point of view.
Right.
Yeah, but for sure. And far as let me ask you about writing. Like, you know, like writing your own rhymes or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, did you have to learn that, or was it easier because you were like good at poetry, as you said, when you were like younger?
Man, nah. A lot of people would sit there and think of like I said before, like I was the type of person that I would somebody put a beat on and I was better at freestyling some shit than going down and writing how I felt. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's kind of the opposite. Like I could freestyle or I could write, but I think my pen game is way better than my freestyling game, which is crazy because I used to be trash at writing. I used to like Timbuktu, I like a shoe. That was how I was like writing, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think it takes time, it takes practice. Like a lot of people they'll sit there and be like, hey man, you really talented. Nah, man, I just stay up and I do little things like I won't stop writing a verse until it's done, or I won't stop writing a song until it's done, and then I'll go back like twice and be like, okay, well, I could say this better, I could shorten this up, or they're not really gonna feel that, you know, just taking time with it. So yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of time. It take a lot of time, but it don't take a lot of time. Like now, I could write songs. I could be in the bathroom, come out 10 minutes, and then I'll have a song. You know what I mean? Versus before, we talk about like 5 years ago, I take me 2 days to write a song, a really good song. You know? So,
Okay. And when you go into the studio, like, are you the artist that takes like what you've written down with you in the studio? Because isn't there some that just go in there, and I know one actually that just will go in there and just start like freestyling, and I'm like, don't you have to take like something like something you wrote just so you know?
it depends. Like, my brother know. Like, so in this phone, I probably got like 300 things I wrote down, and I got two other phones that aren't even on. You know what I mean? So I could write. I do like doing that. I think that's like my go-to. But I can go in and freestyle a hook, freestyle the hell out of a hook, freestyle the layers in a hook. What's up, Nishi? So I have like Nishi came in the booth one time, and it was like his first time here, and he played a beat, and I was like, okay, I like that one. Went in there, started just recording and shit, and like I was writing as I was sitting there recording. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like, so yeah, I mean, I like to have my shit written down, but it don't always work out like that. So sometimes I go in there and freestyle my shit. You know?
For sure. Yeah, you multi-talented over there. Well, both of you, actually. I haven't really heard your brother yet, but I believe him. So,
yeah. Once you hear the music, you're gonna be like, okay, like it's opposites. By the way, shout out to Donut Shop. They just checked in. Yo, they got a hell of a brand. One of our first like videos together, it was a Missing Me 2 freestyle. You know, they pretty much, I wouldn't say they sponsored it. You know what I'm saying? They big ass part of it. They put us on, you know what I mean? Had hell of gear. Like, there was a big inspiration of why we started kind of like as a brand making our gear and stuff, you know what I mean? But they got a hell of a brand. Shout out to Donut Shop. But yeah, my fault. Did you ask the question?
video was the dopest. I'm not gonna look that up for sure. Oh, somebody, your brother. His do you have a music page too?
Oh yeah. All right. So if you don't know who I am, yeah, I look like Nike Nuts, but I'm not Nike Nuts. All right. My name is Cereb 301, short for Cerebral. Came up with the name because I always grew up with a smart ass mouth. He knows. It means intelligence. So I spent it and shortened it for Sarib. But yeah, it's Sarib 301, S-I, 2 R's, 2 E's, a B, 301. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, same on YouTube. And yeah, that's where you can find me at.
Yeah, he barred up. My brother can spit.
For sure. I'm gonna have to check that out after this is over.
Yes,
Please
sir.
do, bro. Please do, definitely.
Yeah.
Check out that new Imperial. Check out Imperial first, bro.
All right, for sure. And far as your music pages, do you want to share that? So I was gonna share it in the post after, but like you could share it right now if you want.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nike_Ness on Twitter, on Instagram. If you look up Nike Ness, you type it in Google, you gonna find me. NYKE, because I wasn't trying to get sued by Nike, so NYKE space NESS. All right. But yeah, that's if you look, like I said, if you look it up, it's everywhere. You know what I mean? I just got the opportunity. I got blessed with the opportunity for one of my last, actually 1965. If somebody talk about it. To be played in London too, so that worked out. And then I got the I Can't Breathe, the intro to it, got played on Caribbean radio. So we really moving, man. It was, but Nike Ness, just look it up. Long story short.
Sounds like you guys making moves over there, for
All right.
sure.
All right. Just trying to say, just keep, even if it's a small move, just trying to take a step.
To be honest, we just want to prove, obviously we love music, we love doing this, we love what we do, building up from the ground up, but we want to be a statement to anybody else who wants to do this. Like, it's possible. You know what I mean? It's very much so possible.
Any background, for real, like any circumstance, like just make that statement. You know what I mean? And then hopefully we can inspire or put the next man on. You know?
For sure.
For everybody next. Everybody.
For sure. Let me ask you this question. If someone came to you wanting to be an artist, like what advice would you have for them? Like, what are your top three?
Top three.
Yeah.
Okay. First off, like amongst anything, I can preach work. Preach work. Appreciate it. Thank you. Preach work, man. Like it gets to a point where I talk about it in my music, man. Me and my shorty, my girl, we sit here and sometimes she argue because she's like, yo, like you haven't taken a break. Like, are you even happy with it? Like, I'm like, nah, like, I'm so obsessed with the point where like I literally go to sleep at 4 a.m. and then I wake up at 7 to come here. And then I got to go to work, or then I got to, you know what I'm saying, go back and we on a whole trip to somewhere else. Like, it's consistent. It's consistency. Like, that's one thing. Two, if you're going to put anything down on paper, you better have lived it. You know what I'm saying? Like don't sit here and try to impress or lie to nobody, because Google and Facebook and all that is a motherfucker. Like they will catch you in a lie. All right. And three, like don't forget to have fun. Like before you really start making the money from it, a lot of people they will not sit there and they be so stressed on making it or stressed on being a top artist or stressed on what somebody else is doing. But in the back end, like they don't realize that the person who they think is ahead of them is just having fun with their shit. They really being them. You know what I mean? Like, so you got to be genuine, if that's the best word. Like anybody will pick up somebody who's lying, or anybody's going to pick up somebody who's just stunting or trying to flex. You know what I mean? Like, don't be a flex.
For sure.
Yeah.
That was actually a great three, actually. Yeah, that was pretty dope.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to say that, but that was dope. That was dope answers right there. Because usually when I say that, someone will give me like an okay answer, and I'll be like, "Oh, yo, just be yourself," something like that. Right. But you kind of went into it, so I appreciate you for that one. For sure. Unrelated business question about Instagram Live.
Okay.
You know how like they'll give you like a 2-minute timer when you're at an hour. So I just wanted to throw that out there so people don't know that.
Okay.
Yeah. Just thought I'd throw that out there real quick for sure.
No problem at all. And everybody that be coming on here is people that's like close, like pretty much close to me. Call me Showtime. I tell you, he like one of the best up and coming DJs. He since we've been in, that was one of my teammates. So he could tell you since we've been up north. That man been sick on the ones and twos. Like he can cut anything, mix anything. He can make a fucking opera sound like it's lit. You know what I mean? So
Dope.
and that's no cap. Like he really he do his shit. You know what I mean? Like he's really good at what he do. So shout out Showtime. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put out governments out there, but shout out Showtime.
Shout out to him for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And wow. I didn't say anything because I thought he was gonna say something back. Let me ask you: is there anything you wanted to share that you didn't get to share?
Damn, I think I'm hungry. I mean, besides that, you know what I mean. I'm always be hungry. You know what I mean. I think I shared everything else. I can't really, you know. Is there anything you want to share? Because you on the West Coast, right?
Yeah.
Sheesh. So what's it like? I mean, like, it's morning over pretty much.
It's about to be one right now.
All right. Shit, we really been on this for an hour.
Yeah, it's about to be one right now, and I just want to share, like, thank you for like coming on and stuff, like sharing your music and stuff like that, experiences. I appreciate you and your brother, so thank you for that.
No problem.
No doubt. Thanks for having him, man.
Ain't really much else to do as of right now. I think we in what phase? I don't know what phase y'all in, but we in like phase 1 or 2 or something like that.
I haven't really been following the phases as no I couldn't go out.
Oh yeah.
Like
shit.
But some places some places require you to wear masks and some places don't, and some people don't wear them. So I guess that's kind of where we're at right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's what I wanted to share. Thank you for coming on.
No problem at all.
I shall be streaming to some other platforms after I'm done, like this video to other platforms. So and
one question, like, is there a way I mean, we could screen record it, but is there another way you can like?
Yeah, I could get it to you. Like, just DM me your email, and I'll send it over to you. I forgot to mention that. I usually mention that in every podcast, but send me your email and I'll send it to you. So, and if you have a logo or something, if you can send me that, that'll be cool. So I can like edit it.
I can do that.
But other than that, I think I'm good. Before Instagram starts acting crazy, you know. So yeah, I appreciate you for coming on for sure.
Hello.
And yeah, I'll get this video over to you though for sure once I get your email address.
Sound like a plan. I mean, I think that might be it. Or you got anything else?
I think we good.
Right,
now the timer just came on right when I said that. So
he was waiting on you too. I saw you.
Yeah, I think we good, and yeah, I'll DM you, and I'll get the information from you, and then we can just go from there.
Sound like a plan. Hope we can do this again.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming on.
No problem.
All right.